Good morning, everybody. This morning, my video is about the Titanic and just kind of how it's played a role in my life. And I know that sounds kind of silly or crazy, but wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure. Most people know the story of the Titanic, and I guess the biggest thing about it that has always hit me was they said that it was unsinkable and even God couldn't sink it. And I knew that was probably exactly the reason it went down. You can't make those kind of statements. Anyway, when my kids were little, and I've talked about this, I had a lot of stuff happen at this one church. And there was this little boy there. I used to help out in the school, and there was this little boy who got really obsessed with the Titanic. And he was drawing pictures, and they were all like praying over him and all upset. And I looked at it, and I felt like the Lord spoke to me that this was prophetic. What he was doing was not like an obsession or a real problem. It was like prophetic. That's how I looked at it. And after everything happened and everything came out in the church and stuff, that church split. And I felt like it probably was prophetic. Anyway, at the time, there was a song by Amy Grant, and I'll have a little clip where you can look at it at the end, but I'll read the lyrics to you. And because it was really devastating for me to go through that church split. It was really hard. Anyway, I can't I can't play the song because I'm sure it would get flagged. But here's the lyrics. It takes a little time sometimes to get your feet back on the ground. It takes a little time sometimes to get the Titanic turned back around. It takes a little time sometimes, but baby, you're not going down. It takes more than you've got right now. Give it time. What's this walking through my door? I know I've seen the look before, sometimes on faces in the street and sometimes in the mirror looking back at me. You can't fix this pain with money. You can't rush a weary soul. You can't sweep it under the rug. Now, honey, it don't take a lot to know. It takes a little time sometimes to get your feet back on the ground. It takes a little time sometimes to get the Titanic turned back around. It takes a little time. It takes a little time sometimes, but baby, you're not going down. It takes more than you've got right now. Give it time. Yea, give it time. But it may not be over by morning. Rome wasn't built in a day. You can name that thing 1,000 times, and it won't make it go away. Let me put my arms around you and hold you while you weep. We've been talking, and you know what? I'm sick of this talk. It's nothing that won't keep. It takes a little time sometimes to get your feet back on the ground. It takes a little time sometimes to turn the Titanic around. It takes a little time sometimes, but baby, you're not going down. It takes more than you've got right now. Give it time. It takes a little more time. Turn the Titanic around, turn it around. You can't fix this pain with money. You can't rush a weary soul. And then it just kind of repeats. But those are the lyrics. And it meant a lot to me at the time because that was a very traumatic time in my life. And I've had others since. Anyway, and one of the other things that happened later with the Titanic, and I don't know, people might say I'm obsessed with it, but there's something about that whole thing. Anyway, later, I've been married 3 times, which has been I feel like a loser most of the time. But the last time I got married, I did it against my mother's advice, against my sister's advice, but I loved him, and I still love him. He was a Christian, and I always wanted to be married to a Christian, and we got married. We got married on April 15th. And April 15th was actually that year, it was the day before Easter. And so I had lilies and it was beautiful. And that's why we picked that day. But April 15th is also tax day, which I knew. And in the end, the marriage didn't make it. We didn't make it. And a lot of things happened. But just recently, like within the past year, I realized something. I was watching this thing about the Titanic. April 15th is the anniversary of the day the Titanic sank. And I thought, well, there you go. That marriage was doomed from the beginning. And I still pray for all of them. I just look forward to seeing them in heaven. And I hope that somehow this whole thing encourages someone, that it would just draw you closer to the Lord. And that song really does hit. It takes a little time. It's taken me years and years to see all this revealed, that the Lord would reveal all this to me. And I still need to hear this because sometimes I still get scared. I get scared that I'm going down or that I'm going to fall away. And the Lord holds us in his hand, the palm of his hand. And I hope this blesses you. Bye.